Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Now, while Kemi Badenoch might be feeling very happy and rather smug with herself at winning the leadership race for the Tory party, and then have all that fun of picking a new cabinet and whatever, seeing who's in, seeing who's out, punishing the wicked, she's not the only one with a smile on her face. Nigel Farage, and in fact all of them in Reform, have a very big smile on the face. And it's a smile that I think will come off Kemi Badenoch's face. For you see, whilst the Tory leadership race has finally, after what seems like 2 years, concluded, and she was crowned the victor, Nigel Farage has now claimed that in the few days since she became the new leader, there's been a massive surge in the membership of Reform. And a lot of these, he's saying, have come from disaffected and outraged Tories. Very curious. Quizzed on LBC, he said Reform has seen this big boost in membership numbers in the last few days. And indeed, the numbers, he says, are startling now because he says he's done it. He said, and I'll quote now, he says that seeing it already, he said, we've gone through 95,000 members this morning. And this would be yesterday morning. This would be on Tuesday morning. He said, we've gone up 1,500 in the last 3 or so days. And these are Conservatives who are hanging on to see whether the party can change direction. For us, as a party, it's very good news. Now, he's off and sort of poking around in the elections and whatever, and over there with his chum, of course. He said, but while there are currently really two parties of the in Parliament, the Labour and the Conservatives, he says the Conservatives are actually two parties as well, because you've got the reform-minded part of the Conservative Party, and you've got the Liberal Democrat part of the Conservative Party. And then, he says, and they are not the sort that are going to merge back. It's oil and water. They're immiscible now. He's saying, and of course, the Reform lot have a natural home to go to. The Tories, who are Liberal Democrat-minded, won't join the Lib Dems. He says, so the Tories will weaken at the expense of the Tory party, rather. These shifts will happen at the expense of the Tory party and strengthen Reform. He says, but he's now got, and he says, more members than the Tory party. And that doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me indeed. Now, Farage and Badenoch have not been seeing eye to eye. We know that. And so I think this news that he is attracting the voters, he's hoovering up the disaffected Conservative voters. But what's interesting as well is he's also hoovering up disaffected Labour voters. And particularly in the Red Wall, those northern towns, because they're seeing the direct result of what's happening to them. And they don't like it. And anyone who underestimates the working towns of the north does so at their peril. This is a major group. And it looks like they're starting to shift over to Reform as well. And if they do, then come the next election, Reform will be the challenger. And Reform may well win it. Who knows? We live in interesting times. Let me know what you think. Thanks a lot. Bye.